That's the only thing anybody really looks
Although
at
the
it
Trump
for.
administration is working hard to defeat that too, because according to Trump and his minions, everything is fake news anymore, and there's really no point in it anyway.
There's,
and to that end, what about Trump putting the head, you're replacing the head of a guy with a CNN logo and attempting to pummel that on? He tweeted this earlier this week.
Meh.
You don't see the problem with this because
no, I don't see the problem with this.
The
Trump
news
is the first
media,
human president we've had in a long time.
Journalists are sitting there saying, "Oh, this is a threat against all of journalism, and it's a direct assault on broadcast news."
Okay, let me pause you right there. Hold on.
Okay, all right, I'm listening.
I'm trying to force out a tear.
I'm glad you said it was a tear. I was afraid he was trying to force something else out over there.
Yeah, it's not working. You know what? News reporters and all these other people, they're the same ones who, as a part of their job, routinely and habitually will attack anybody, completely baselessly, oftentimes. So now that it's coming back on them, all of a sudden they're going to get sensitive?
So what do you think about that whole idea that Trump was suggesting that several news organizations were only using a single source and not even checking credibility? You think that journalism has really gone in that direction?
Absolutely. I know it for a fact that for most story, if you watch all those news channels,
I'm wondering what fact he's alluding to.
Well, I produced a local news show, and
see, that's what I was afraid of.
I get the same press briefs that a lot of these other broadcast stations do. When they need a story, they basically, and a lot of them are really crass about it. They don't even bother to rewrite it and put it in their own words. They will literally read verbatim whatever the press release says, and because they're in such a hurry to be the first one to do it, they don't do the fact check. That's what got what's his name fired. When he said Bush lied or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot his name.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of it either. But that's because Cronkite's been gone for a long time. 80s. Try the 70s, man.
The 70s? I don't remember.
Okay, back up
tired.
though. So does your news organization do its own due diligence? Do they fact check, or do they just run with the press releases also?
And the reason for that is because we train reporters, so we want them to know how to do it right. Now, when they go wherever they're going and somebody's paying a check and says, "Shut up and just read this press release," that's fine. But when they get there, we expect them to know what they're doing.
I see.
So even if they do get a press release, if there's a contact number, call that contact number and talk to somebody.
That was a really good PC answer. So I see you've learned from last week's story about you checking out that 22 that you're just not going to throw yourself under the bus again.
I almost pulled it out of the closet again. I see I have this other problem, like I need anymore, where this time it won't happen that way. Nobody else does that?
No.
Like you try something and it fails
Isn't that the
miserably.
definition of crazy? When you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome?
It might be different. Because I've talked with you guys about this before, about why, like, when I have food that's disgusting, I'll continue to eat it, because the next bite, I'm sure it's going to be the good bite.
Yeah, the next one. You got through the moldy part.
Yeah, you might as well keep going at that point.
No, I just been using my head, like you said. I don't like it. It hurts.
You have the longest sound bites on the planet, man. That is insane.
Can't cut Beast Boy short.
I guess not.
No, definitely not. Especially when it's so apropos. In the conversation that we're having here.
Who's Poe?
What?
What Poe?
Don't make me go for the button again.
Which Pope?
Anyway, okay, so you don't see it as being an assault on journalism, or let me rephrase it.
Yes,
you don't see the problem with the assault on journalism.
No, I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem. Granted, he is the president. He should definitely exercise a little more decorum. But Donald Trump is ultimately, when all is said and done, at the end of the day, he is a reflection of America, period. For both the people that love him and the people that hate him. Because the people that hate him actually do the exact same things that they hate him about. Now, they're not grabbing him in the,
in the biscuits.
But the animosity that drives Trump's attacks, they use that exact same level of animosity when they're attacking him. You can't do that. Like, if you're going to come at me and talk about how he should be this and that, and somebody should,
but you don't think that there's a certain level of decorum that the highest office in the land is supposed to exercise, and his attitude, that is the president's attitude, should be something more like, I'm rubber and you're glue, and whatever you say bounces off of me. No, you think he can debase himself to the same level as everybody else.
I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying that either. What I'm saying is,
yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying he shouldn't have to just sit there and take it.
Well, okay,
nobody should have to.
But don't you think there are better channels than tweeting ridiculous things?
Absolutely.
Like sticking the CNN logo on somebody's head?
Absolutely. But here's the thing.
Wait.
Or more like there's better things he should be doing?
Exactly.
Well, see, that's what I was actually going to say.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He is doing other things, if not him directly. His administration, yes, nobody likes the things they're doing, and that's the problem, because CNN's too busy reporting on the bullcrap tweets that he's doing to actually talk about his policies that have been executed.
I don't see how he could be doing other things when he's responding to all of these tweets. You need to
go look. I mean, everybody's complaining. When's the last time?
I know Mitch McConnell and the rest of the Republicans are trying to do stuff, but I'm not really sure Trump is doing anything besides responding to tweets.
The healthcare issue way up at the top, which they should, because that was like one of his main things. But nobody's talking about his disassembly of the education department, the environmental EPA.
Well, people are definitely talking about that.
But why isn't CNN talking about it? For somebody who is always yelling about how bad his policies are, why are you talking about his tweets? That should tell you something. They don't really care.
So now we're back to the fake journalism thing.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So their reporting on is exactly what he's talking about them doing. It's not the news.
All right. Well, we got to go and take a break.